Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be working on recreating that pattern that we saw at the beginning of the video. The reason why I want to do this kind of tutorial is because I feel like it's something that's going to be very valuable for us, and how to create multicolored dangling chain or fringe beading on outfit. Okay, if you want to create a color gradient with your fringe beading, in today's tutorial I'll be covering that as well. As usual, please be sure to like this video. That's your way of showing me that you appreciate what I've done and you'd like me to do more. Also be sure to share with your friends that are interested in content like this. Subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Alright, what I have here are my two beads that I'll be using for the sake of today's tutorial. I also have my illusion net already attached to the embroidery hoop that I have here, okay, and I have my fabric pencil right here. For the sake of the beading as well, we'll be working with the size 11 beading needle. This is my favorite type of beading needle for creating designs. I have a whole tutorial basically talking about how to select the right type of beading needle for what type of project. I'll do my best to link that video on the screen. Alright, so first of all, from what we saw at the beginning, we see that the beading has a kind of like a pattern to it, right? So I'm just going to use my fabric pencil to just create something similar. Okay, try to also follow that right here. Okay, and then one more line right here. So this is what we have here. We are just going to try to bead on these two empty spaces that we have here. So for this portion at the top here, we'll be using the golden bead, and for this lower beads that we have here, we'll be using the blue beads. I'm just going to drop my fabric pencil right there, and again, let me just touch on this fabric pencil just in case questions come up. I got this off of AliExpress. I believe in your local sewing accessories market, this has become very popular in fashion design these days. A lot of tailors have switched from using fabric pencil or fabric chalk, I mean now, to using this fabric pencil, especially when it comes to beading and embellishment. So maybe check your local sewing accessories market. If you don't see it there, you can buy it online just like I did. I bought it off of AliExpress. I have a whole tutorial on how I shop on AliExpress. I'll also do my best to link the video on the screen. If for any reason I did not link that video, please do well to remind me in the comments. Okay, just comment Funbi post the video, or Funbi link the AliExpress video, something like that. It will trigger me to just come on this video and put the appropriate links for us. So yeah, that's all about this. Now let's get straight into beading. Please, when beading on illusion net, make sure that you're using either a matching brown thread or you're using your fishing line. For those that don't know what fishing line is, let me just show us really quickly. This is fishing line right here. Okay, it comes in different sizes. My favorite size for beading is 0.25 millimeters or 0.20. If you're able to get your hand on that, that'll be perfect. It's going to be very, very slim. But because this is just a tutorial, I'm just going to use this my already threaded needle. Alright, so let's jump straight into it. Starting from the inner portion, I'm just going to pass my needle through and then pick up about 4 beads, like so. Flip it over this way. We just want to create straight beading connecting each line to each other. Alright, so I'm just pinching my net a little bit. I hope we can see what I just did there. And then we'll come forward and then pick 4 more beads and then connect. I think I can get away with picking 1 more bead and then just stick my needle into my thread. This work requires a lot of patience. If you're not patient, you'll be frustrated. And you see what we have there? Straight. Then come back right beside it because you want them to be tightly packed together, like so. Pull your needle and thread. Again, pick up your desired number of beads and repeat the process again. Stick your needle in. You can either stick your needle in or just pinch the fabric a little with your needle. It's up to you. You can do it however you like. And then just pick up a couple of beads again just to meet up with the next line that you have going on at the top. After measuring, don't be afraid to reduce the number of beads that you have. Just to create that gradient effect in a very beautiful way, you need to make sure that you are working with precision. Don't just freehand or do anyhow. The results will not be beautiful. So this is what I have here. Just sticking my needle through. Then pull it off, like so. So I'm just going to keep doing that over and over again till I get my desired result. Once we are done filling up this entire portion, we'll move to the next line and then create the other gradients that I was referring to. Alright friends, so this is what we have here. We see how the irregular, I don't know what this shape is called. This is not zigzag, curly, I don't know, whatever. So now I'm going to repeat this same beading pattern at the base here using a different color of beads. Okay, so I'm just going to start from right under this place. All right, pass my needle, pick up the desired number of beads, just pinch the net a little bit, come out here, pick up the desired number of beads again. For this as well, if you see you've over packed beads, don't be afraid to remove. Okay, I think I'm going to remove 2 pieces of beads here. Come out of the side right here. Can we see what we have there? Pick up my beads again. I'm just going to be going around like that until I get to the extent that I need this work to get to, and then we would just move on to the next stage in today's tutorial. So can we see what we already have going on? I'm going to go ahead and repeat this process till we get all the way to the end of this place. Okay, let me just quickly do that and show you guys the final result. Okay friends, so this is what I've done so far. I'm going to stop at this point. Okay, can we see the color gradient? So depending on the color combination you want to do, at the lower part, because I believe you are beading an outfit, right? If you have multiple layers, you can decide that you want to work with either 3 or even 4 combination of beads. But I'm just following what the inspiration of today's tutorial. In the inspiration video, we see that they have 3 colors. We have color black, turquoise blue, and white. For you and what you're trying to create, you can use any combination of color. I like this turquoise blue, or I think they call this color periwinkle blue. I like this periwinkle blue and gold combination. It's not bad at all. Feel free to go off with a combination of colors. The beauty of this work is when you create a nice gradient effect, okay, and that's where the illustration with your fabric pencil comes in. If you're able to illustrate your lines with your fabric pencil on your outfit, you are sure that the end result will be fabulous. So this is it for today's tutorial. I hope we found it valuable. If you have questions for me, feel free to drop your questions down in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer you. Please remember to like this video. Okay, for the dangling chain beading, I have done that style of beading repeatedly. The only difference between this tutorial and the other ones I've done is that you create those beading using different colors of beads. Okay, so if for the first 5 or first 10 dangling chain beading you use color black, you move and then change it to maybe color blue or change it to color white, depending on the color combination that you're trying to go for. So for me now, let me just cite the example of what I have here. For my dangling chain, I can first of all do blue all the way till I get to maybe this point, and then from here start to use gold and then start to use blue until I get the color combination that I want, right? You're just switching between the colors of bead when you start to create your fringe. At this point in the video, I'm going to insert a tutorial on how to create the dangling chain beading pattern. I'm going to be working with some teardrop crystal beads, and there are different types or different sizes of teardrop crystal beads. So we see that this size here, this golden one, is smaller than this one. I've used these two in different tutorials. If you're new here, please catch up on my older videos. It will help you greatly. So for me, I'm going to use a combination of this blue. It's like very light shade of royal blue or cobalt blue, and some gold crystal beads in size 6. Okay, I have this size 6 crystal beads and this. So these are the combinations I'm going to be working with. So for this portion, please pay attention. I'm gone ahead to thread my needle. I'm using the size 9 beading needle. Please use any size of beading needle that you like. I've talked about beading needle, the sizes, and how to choose the right type of beading needle for the right work. Please go check out that video. Again, check the description bar of this video. You'll see some relevant links there, so feel free to go check them out. So I've gone ahead to knot up my fishing line. I'm just going to pick one single crystal beads. Why did I say crystal beads? One single crystal bead, just like I just did. And then I'm going to pass it all the way down to the end of my thread. I've done this in a different video, but I'm doing it again for the new people. And I'm passing my needle through these knots. You see these knots that we did for this our thread? My camera needs to behave. This knot here, I'm going to just pass my needle through it. And then pull it through. Like so. Can you see what we have here? This is what we are trying to achieve. Just knotting up and creating this right here at the end. So this bead right here is like a stopper for the remaining beads that will be passing through this needle and thread. And the thread I'm using this time is fishing line. You can use your invisible thread, even though I don't recommend. Use fishing line or polyester thread. That's what I recommend for this type of work. Because if you use invisible thread, because invisible thread is not so strong, it might cut over time. But with fishing line, and for the fishing line, I'm using the 0.25 millimeters fishing line. You can use the 0.30 if that's what is your jam, and make it work for you. And for those that might be curious, so what does she mean by polyester thread? Polyester thread is your regular sewing thread. This type of thread, this is what they call polyester thread. Depending on the length of bead that you want to use for your dangling chain pattern, you just keep passing beads through your line, okay? So once I've passed this to the length that I want, I think I'm just going to stop here so this video does not drag for too long. I will now grab my cloth. Depending on the portion of where I want to sew this to, I will just pass my needle through. And when doing this kind of work, another thing, don't pull too firmly. If I pull too firmly now, this is how my dangling chain will be standing. It will not be jiggly and flowy. Just release it a little bit. You're just passing it lightly through the fabric such that you get some kind of dangling situation going on. I don't know how to explain it. Just the point I'm trying to make here is don't pull too tight. Don't pull too tight. The work will still be dangling. Can we see what we have here? I'm trying my best to give you guys a good viewing experience. Can you see how it's dangling? You want your work to dangle freely like this. So if you're making an outfit, you do as many of these as you choose to do, okay? Alright guys, so I hope you understood everything that I shared in the dangling chain beading tutorial that I just put up here for us. As usual, please be sure to like this video, share with your friends. Feel free to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. It's a fabulous space and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Alright friends, thank you again for watching today's tutorial. I can't wait to see you guys in another one very, very soon. Bye.